Greetings guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Monette and this is my channel Evolve with Monette. I'm so happy to have you joining me today. I'm going to go ahead and just jump in and disclaim I'm not being a diva trying to wear my sunglasses at night. I'm literally having some stuff going on with my eye, and instead of you seeing it, it's not fly. I decided to cover my eyes for your eyes protection. Okay, so that's what you need to know right now. I am not at all pleased. All makeup brushes have been thrown out, new ones ordered. I was gonna wash them, and my soul and my angels, thank you, they were like, not today, Satan. They said just start fresh, sis. Amen, amen, and amen. I will be doing some reviews on some makeup and some brushes and some of my favorite like girly accoutrements. Okay, so I will be there. It's been requested. Some of you guys have asked me for that stuff, like tutorials, which y'all, I am learning just like y'all every day. But anyway, let's get into the video. I am a professional intuitive empath, for those of you that are new here, and what I want you to do is come with me on a journey regarding the divine masculine. Earlier today I was doing some work, or whenever I was doing work the last time, from the video I loaded, and it has something to do with Jay-Z's masculine ascension. This is something that I've paid a lot of attention to because I am very much a Jay-Z fan since time and forever. I was there and present and paying attention to every bar he and Nas exchanged years ago when Nas ethered him, and just what did Jay-Z say? Just because you were a kufi doesn't mean you're bright. So that was back to Nas. They went back and forth. It was an epic battle. For those of you that are involved in that pop culture, it followed up She Third, which was done by Remy Ma towards Nicki Minaj, and that was bitten off of the premise of the ether. So little hip hop full circle culture for you there. So let's talk about, though, Jay-Z and his evolution. As we've been on this journey, divine feminines, divine masculines, and empaths, we have been trying to figure out what an evolved masculine looks like. And some of you that are coming into union need to understand that deeper and more richly. But that doesn't mean that we forget the effery, okay? And one of the most brilliant layouts I've ever seen from this man, Mr. Sean Carter, has been when he has taken himself to task in the song I will never forget. It's an angel number as well, 444. When I saw that, I was like, oh, he gets it. He's being communicated with. He really gets it. He was woken at 444 with the idea for the album, but that's the precipice. That's just the tip of it, the edge of it. That's just the premise. What spurned this was really his relationship with Beyonce and his evolution into fatherhood and how he finally grew up. Jay-Z is a classic F-boy. His song Girls, 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 right, is an indication. Or I can't see him coming down my eyes, so I gotta make this song cry. In the song Cry, eponymously named Song Cry, right? So Jay-Z, you can measure that he has been big pimpin' and literally living his best, most Sagittarian life. The reason that I've always found him fascinating is because I've watched the dynamic between he and Beyonce. Beyonce being a Virgo, you see that with her fastidious, studious energy regarding how hard she works at her career, but she's dangerously in love. Didn't she tell us? It's so amazing. I don't even know if I have to teach tonight. My angels said they're just going to give me music, so we're going to go with it. But we are going to go through what is one of the best pieces of poetry. I love reading. I love writing. I love being at any open mic night to hear some great work being done. And Jay-Z shows us once again why he is a master. Let's get into 444. And we're going to do a little spiritual teaching for those of you that are here regarding exactly what it means that he heard his angels in his ear and he evolved. See, people can, not all of us do. Back to the Sagittarius part, they usually take a long time to commit, long leashes, especially for the men. But when they do, they do it. They do. So let's take a look here. He says, I'm going to take a quick sip, guys. He says, do I find it so hard when I know in my heart I'm letting you down every day? Letting you down every day. Why do I keep running away? How many of us can relate to the divine counterpart, karmic soulmate, toxic, girl, I almost said toxic, yes, the toxic soulmate who was worried about us cocky, yes, the toxic soulmate who was causing you to have to grip your coccyx. Guys, it's crazy. The thing that's so interesting to me about Jay-Z is that he seems to me to be exactly what a lot of us have dealt with, a lot of you watching have dealt with. My angels actually asked me to go ahead and read it through one time instead of interspersing, because they want you to get the flow of it and really hear the words. And then we'll go back and we'll break it down. Okay, what's my timestamp? All right, let's get into it. Look, I apologize. I often womanize. Took for my child to be born, to see through a woman's eyes. Took for these natural twins to believe in miracles. Took me too long for this song, I don't deserve you. Harass you out in Paris. Please come back to Rome. You make it home. We talked for hours when you were on tour. Please pick up the phone. Pick up the phone. I said, don't embarrass me. Instead of, be mine. That was my proposal for us to go steady. That was your 21st birthday. You matured faster than me. I wasn't ready. So I apologize. I've seen the innocence leave your eyes. Still, I mourn this death, and I apologize for all the stillborns, because I wasn't present. Your body wouldn't accept it. I apologize to all the women who I toyed with your emotions, because I was emotionless. And I apologize because at your best, you are love. And because I fall short of what I say I'm all about, your eyes leave me with the soul that your body once housed. And you stare blankly into space, thinking of all the time you wasted on all this basic shit. So I apologize. I'm never going to treat you. I'm never going to treat you like I should. I apologize. Our love was one for the ages, and I contained us. And all this ratchet shit was, and all this ratchet shit, and we more he says, and all this ratchet shit, and we are more expansive, not meant to cry and die alone in these mansions, or sleep with our back turned. We're supposed to vacate till our backs burn. We're supposed to laugh till our hearts stop, and then meet in a space where the dark stops, and let the love light the way. Like when men before me, I cut off my nose to spite my face. I never wanted another woman to know something about me that you didn't know. I promised, I cried, I couldn't hold. I suck at love. And I think I need a do-over. I will be emotionally available if I invited you over. I stew over. What if you are over my shit? And if my children knew, I don't even know what I'd do. If they look at me the same, I'd probably die with all the shame. You did what with who? What good is a menage a trois when you have a soulmate? You risk that for blue? If I wasn't a superhero in your face, my heart breaks for the day I have to explain my mistakes, and the mask goes away, and Santa Claus is fake, and you go online and see from Blue's Tooth, the tooth fairy didn't pay. I'm never going to treat you the right way. Never going to treat you like I should, but I apologize. The angel number 444 has to do with putting in the work. If you can't tell from the way that Jay-Z put his foot, his back, his neck, his soul into that energy, then you do not recognize a powerful work ethic. This is a man at his prime. This is a man operating in his genius. But this is a man who was downloaded with the words to go back in and to fix it. All the things that he'd broken, all the lies he had spoken, all the times he drung B through the mud. This was a man who was downloaded with angelic intervention to pick himself up and to put back together again the family that he was breaking. He apologizes, and if after reading and hearing that, then energetically you're not shaking, then you've never been on this journey. Because that right there is your story. Divine Feminine, Divine Empath. The interesting thing that pulls it all the way through for those of you with families and kiddos is that his daughter is where he begins his journey into the deeper knowing about his effery and about the treachery and about the things he's done that will never be not able to be seen. He says as he starts, took for my child to be born to see through a woman's eyes, took for these natural twins to believe in miracles, took me too long for this song, I don't deserve you. I harass you out in Paris, please come back to Rome, you make it home. Guys, you make it home. This, for me, this is why I love my angels. And when you develop a relationship with them, you get such clarity. Literally, for me, Paris and Rome have huge significances, okay, in my personal story in life. But I recognize that struggle. And for those of you that are wondering, well, did they realize or whatever? Of course they did. But you do have to leave that rubble behind, just like Rome, yeah? Pompeii comes to mind. Something that was built that was beautiful, that burned overnight. Paris is burning, comes to mind. Trying to find your tribe and your family and the place that you fit in just right. Category is survivor. As he goes on, he talks about the apologies he needs to make. He talks about how instead of encouraging their love, he hid her away. Hid Beyonce away. He said, on your 21st birthday, I told you don't embarrass me. Instead of, I love you, girl, would you be mine? That's how he proposed their energy to start dating. Because he was so full of himself. He was so full of his ego. He was so deep in his narcissism that he wanted to keep Beyonce waiting. But then when the goodness of a feminine comes in, he starts to open up. That's when he's talking about come home, pick up your phone. You make it home. Divine feminine, you make it home. He talks about the pain, the physical torture he put her body through, the stillborns that couldn't stay in her actual womb because she was so stressed out behind his effery. He apologizes because he wasn't there. Her body couldn't accept. She apologizes for watching the innocence drain out of her face because he took all of that exuberant, boundless, hopeful love away. He apologizes for wasting her time. He apologizes for being her biggest mistake. As he goes on, he says that our love was one for the ages and I couldn't contain us. I've listened to this song for years, but until I went through my own experience, I didn't understand how desperately a lot of us watch our counterparts, our previous counterparts, our toxic whatevers drop the ball. I was crestfallen. I was disappointed. I was upset. Hashtag Drake. But most of all, I was embarrassed. Can we talk? Can we say the thing? I mean, maybe many of you were too. I was like, wow, I greatly overestimated you. I did not realize that this is exactly what it was. And it was just so heartening to me as my angels asked me to do a deep dive into this. I thought, God, I've listened to this song a million times. I never saw it that way. Like, wow, he actually understands that he's pushed it too far and that he dropped the ball and that he was the one who didn't contain us. If we're subscribing to the hierarchy that happens in a relationship, the masculine, it's like God, and if you went to church, right, it's God head or universal head, whatever, then you have the masculine energy or whatever. Well, if you are on this journey, then you do subscribe to that. And that means that even though we have the foresight and the vision and we understand what's going to happen or what's supposed to be happening, they have the ability to lead it or break it because the responsibility is theirs. They are a man. Will they make it? And that's what the test is. Our test is will we hold our own with dignity and integrity. Their test is will they lead and be the man they're supposed to be. Message. So that's the thing. When he said, I couldn't contain us, it was a masculine owning the fact that they fucked up. They were the ones responsible for making sure that things went forward. They had one job, right? And they didn't even do that. As he goes forward, he talks about this. Oh my God, it's so beautiful. I'm going to say it again. We're not meant to cry and die alone in these mansions or sleep with our back turned. We're supposed to vacate till our backs burn. We're supposed to laugh till our heart stops, and then we meet in a space where the dark stops and let love light the way. Fuck. Y'all, if you've ever been to an open mic, poetry slam, Jay-Z, people are I don't think he's underestimated whatsoever. Clearly, he's one of the best. He is a genius. But this is like, this, from him, from hip hop to this, the evolution. Chef's kiss. The evolution. It's the evolution for me, sis. It's the evolution for me. Wow. From big pimping to this, it is something to see. So he goes on, and I love that part because we all have this like power couple identity with the person that we love usually. So he says we're supposed to vacation till our backs burn. Come on, back burning on the vacay? That's the kind of life I'm trying to live. So I just, it makes me feel like he understood that there was so much that he wasn't giving to his situation. The other part, I love it, meet in the space where the dark stops. That's some good sexy time, and let love illuminating. That's kundalini sex, that's tantric sex, that's like really coming together. It's the kind of thing you can only do after years develop with a partner, but not every partnership has to be under the burden of struggle love to get to this place where you let love light the way. And that is what I'm talking about, Divine Feminine. You're on the other side of the crazy, of the Jay-Z's. You're on the other side of having to be on your knees in tears, distraught, holding it together because he didn't know how to contain y'all. So you move forward, and there's a new energy that comes in, and you don't have to struggle to let the light in, to let the love and the light in, excuse me. So he says, like the men before me, I cut off my nose to spite my face. I never wanted another woman to know something about me you didn't know. I promised, I cried, I wouldn't hold. I suck at love. I think I need a do-over. I would be emotionally available if I invited you over. I stew over. What if you are over my shit? Y'all know that we get to a point when we are over their shit. We get to a point when we are over their shit. That's all I'm going to say about that. I think anybody watching understands exactly what that feels like. My favorite part here when he talks about his children knowing and about menage a menage a trois, was that worth a soulmate? So relevant to my situation. I was like, whew, you tried it. You tried it. And not because people, I'm not kink shaming. Everybody live your best sexual agency in life. But do you want to lose a soulmate over what you perceived as to be good sex, great sex, bad sex? The worst sex of your life, the best sex of your life, whatever you categorize it as, it usually takes the loss, unfortunately, to the point where you're stewing over, are we over your shit, before you realize, Divine Masculine, if you're watching, it wasn't worth it. And to hear Jay-Z acknowledge that is amazing. He talks about having to be honest with his daughter about his shenanigans, because she's going to hear the song, she's going to ask the question. She's an insightful, little, brilliant, divine feminine in the making. Got us all quaking in our boots in her own way when she steps forward. 1 Grammy, or is it 2? I don't know. It's blue. She's been busy. So what I will say here is that she's the one who bought her daddy, Mr. Jay-Z, to his knees. She talked to him about his behavior when there was toxic masculinity. And yes, that's already happened. And she's only 8. Because when you are raised and birthed by a divine feminine, you come out great. Come on, Beyonce. Come on, Tina Knowles. Come on, lineage. So the point is that at 8, she's light years ahead of where many of us were at 22. And she's the one who knew exactly what to do. Look her father right in the eyes and say, that does not fly. It took her mama 8 years to figure that out, but Blue knew exactly what her father was about. And she held him accountable, and she emblazoned his soul with truth, and cracked his chest open. And Jay-Z evolved into his best version. The blessing of being with a divine feminine is that you level up. Beyonce was talking to Jay-Z just like she was talking to us. She was teaching us. He wrote the blueprint. She created the blueprint. And I'm not saying be in the struggle love. But the idea is, now that you have done the struggle love and you come out of that and you get into a real connection with someone who actually wants to build, let me upgrade you. Yeah. Put you onto some new labels. Upgrade you. Partner, let me upgrade you. She says, I'm going to be to you what Martin was to the people. Come on, a leader, an inspiring person, an orator, flawed, but still the legacy outlasts the lower vibrational part. We all have one. What I will say to you is that when she was enticing Jay-Z into this and letting him know about her power, who runs the world? Girls. Who are we? What we are? We want, well, I don't know what she says, but something about running the world. All of that. Who runs the world? Girls. She was teaching him, I am powerful. I am spirit. I can't sing it, y'all. Yes. On the Waters. That's from the Lion King that she did. Here's the thing. Jay-Z finally understood, and it wasn't just from his kid, that this woman that was beckoning him into a higher ascension wasn't doing it for frivolity, wasn't doing it because she had no one else that would get on bended knee. She, divine feminine. You are you. You're that girl. What did Lizzo say? You could have had a baby, knock middle, help you with your career, just a little. Divine feminine, we are career counselors, we are guardian ad litems, we are chefs, we are entrepreneurs, we are the best. And another one, DJ Khaled, we are the best. And she was part of the best. But yet, Jay-Z had her stress. Got me looking so crazy in love. Got me looking so crazy in love. Ring the alarm. She lost her full mind. I've been through this too long. And I'll be damned if I see another chick on your... It was a full meltdown that we watched her have. Britney cut her hair, but Beyonce, Carter Knowles went there. She let us in all the way down to the Lemonade. And it was after Lemonade that Jay-Z got his ish together because she said, you do this again and you're going to lose your wife. If you want to find Betty with the good hair, make sure that's tight. Because if you do this again, you're going to lose your wife. Did she not give us the blueprint, y'all? And what happened was she wasn't just doing it for issues and giggles. She was doing it so that they could meet in the middle. You bring your best, I bring my best. Now it's a Billy. Now they have progressed. Now they have ascended. Now they've feathered their nest. Billionaires up there. That's the potential of being in a good, healthy, co-creating, in union pair. If you want to get to the next level in the stratosphere, you've got to slay your ego and leave it over there. Jay-Z wears pink suits and he lets his hair grow free. He finally got over his ish and got down on bended knee when she was saying to him, don't stop making a big deal out of the little deal, because I've got big deals and I've got little deals, but all I want is you. In the song Mine with her and Drake, she was just trying to get through. And he says, you make Rome home. I harassed you when you were out in Paris because you were busy and you were living your life and you were doing the best thing that you could do to be the best bee you could be. But I needed you, because when a masculine realizes the power of your love and the nurturance and the self-care that you put into you, but also to everyone that is in their camp as well, they realize your worth. Jay-Z's lost all the things that he used to hold his head up about. He has still all of the swag. He still is, the one of the greatest hip-hop dads. However, he's evolved. He messed up for a long time. I'm not asking you to hold out, because everybody's not getting the Jay-Z story, meaning that there are a few of us, as a small percentile, where the masculines actually wake up in this lifetime. Usually you're doing it out in other ones, or usually you get assigned a new partner. Beyonce warned him when she said, if you do this again, you're going to lose your wife, that she was on to the next. Don't you think that Beyonce would be okay? That there'd be a long line of suitors coming her way? and he knew he would be sick. He would be vexed. So he had to get his shit together. Not every masculine does that. But if not, you get another one, and they do it better. Because they already come in evolved. They already come in built. They already come in with their own nest that's feathered. They just want you to add the silk. They want you to add the accoutrement. We are the icing on top. But we don't just make it sweet. We put in work. Don't we? We put in work. In many ways. That some people that are blind do not see. But Divine Feminine, I know that if you're here, that you agree with me. You know your value. And you know that it is possible to have it be better than anything you've ever known, than the old person that you used to know. You can move forward. You can let that go. Beyonce was lucky, again, small percentile. But I loved sharing the journey with you of a masculine who always thought he was too cool to smile. I want you to see him cheesing as he's on stage with his wife, because they're not beefing, as he says in one of the songs when he's talking to Kanye because of the feud that they had. He said, I don't care what's going on with you. He said, if me and my wife are beefing, nobody's leaving the house. He's like, no one's going anywhere. I'm not coming to your wedding. I'm not coming to your picnic. I'm not coming to your powwow. I'm not coming to your vision quest. If me and my wife are beefing, I'm in the house. That's a masculine who's evolved. Happy wife, happy life. Happy wife, abundant life. Happy wife, sexually fulfilled life. You see, we divine masculines and divine feminines, y'all. I've just been so in my masculine energy regarding getting the bag. So part of me, as I refer to myself as I'm seeing myself lately, but I'm definitely my masculine energy regarding movement forward. And some of you guys need to get balanced there. I was too much in feminine energy, which is what allowed me to get trampled. Some of you guys can relate to that too. But the thing that I was going to say is that him understanding that she is in her highest self means that she can be fully expressed as well. I wanted to hit on that point. I'm going to be teaching a class about the Madonna whore complex, okay? Where men start loving us and then, or masculine energy start loving us and then not seeing us as the same sexual person. And I want to teach us how to integrate that with a healed sacral chakra. However, Beyonce went through this when she's singing to him and she's saying, take all of me. I really want to be the one you like. And she's doing the burlesque dance. I'll see if I can do the video. And when people asked her what inspired it in interviews, she said, I remember watching my husband watch burlesque as we were out or watch a stripper, and he was so enchanted. And I wanted him to look at me that way. That's when she's in the back, daddy, 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 let down my hair. I don't want to see Beyonce, da-da-da-da-da, whatever, Monica Lewinsky all on my dress. And we were all like, excuse me, Beyonce, Halo, what are you talking about? The Madonna whore complex. Jay-Z had started to desexualize her, and then he was on the quest to find other people, and she's like, wait, no, Madonna and whore in one? Divine feminines, we get it done, okay? Anyway, that's what I will leave you with today. Another lesson coming up about that one. That'll be fun and over 18 for sure. But come back and join me next time. Oh, guys, if you're interested in booking with me for a reading, you can find me on evolvingwithmonette.com. That is evolvingwithmonette.com. One word. I can't wait to chat with some of you. It's been a pleasure getting to meet some of you guys already, and I'm looking forward to more. Come back and join me next time, and we will continue to evolve together.